Delta Force's new campaign, Black Hawk Down, just came out, and to my surprise, it is free. I was always under the assumption that this would be paid, but they made the decision to make it free, and, that's good, because to be honest, guys, I'm not sure if I would be playing it if I had to pay for it. And I think the same can be said for a lot of people. But with that being said, this is sort of a mixed bag of things. I actually really like it, but there are catastrophically bad design decisions here that I think just pose massive question marks and heavily limit and hinder the experience of this. So this will be my review of Black Hawk Down. I've played a couple missions. I've really just tried to solo all of them, and we'll get into the solo versus co-op thing. So be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Black Hawk Down. First things first, this is free, which is great. This is a great free thing to offer. However, there's one big catch right off the bat. When you hear the word campaign, do you automatically think forced co-op or best with co-op, or do you think that you can have the option to play it co-op and the option to play it solo? I know whenever I hear the word campaign, I just automatically assume that I can play it solo and I don't necessarily have to have a bunch of people ready to play it. With Black Hawk Down, you're going to be having a rough time playing this game solo, ladies and gentlemen. Unlike other campaigns that have difficulty settings or scale the difficulty of the campaign to however many players are playing, Black Hawk Down just has one difficulty setting. It doesn't matter if you have one person or 4 people. And I think that is just a massive red flag, in my opinion, because it just genuinely doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you not scale the difficulty of the campaign to how many people are actually trying to play it? Because let's face it, guys, not everyone has a 4-stack that wants to play Delta Force Black Hawk Down co-op campaign. So if you don't have any friends that are interested in playing this, you're going to have one hell of a time soloing any of these missions because there are no checkpoints. If you die, you restart it from the very beginning, and as a solo player, there is no way to replenish ammo during gameplay. This is another catastrophic error, in my opinion, because, again, it further emphasizes the fact that this is clearly designed to be played co-op only. But just another thing I'd like to point out, you can't pick up weapons off of the ground from enemies or teammates that have died. Yes, you may have shot this guy in the head that has an AK-47, and you might see the AK on the ground. However, you cannot go and actually use that AK or that M4. You have a very limited amount of ammo, and that is all you get throughout the entire mission. Obviously, these complaints are completely nullified if you have people to play with because you can get resupplied, and if you go down, you can get revived and healed. But I think you should be able to pick up and use weapons off of the ground anyway. I just think that is a expected feature of video games at this point. I shot that guy, he dropped his weapon, I should be able to pick it up, even if it only has like 15 bullets in the magazine. Another big talking point about Black Hawk Down for a lot of people on Steam is that it performs really, really poorly. I am very lucky to have a very powerful system. I have a 4090 and a 9800X 3D, so I'm not having performance issues. However, I'm aware that I have a top 1% computer, and this game definitely struggles on lower-end systems. I watched Big Fry's video, and he was getting drops to 20 frames per second while playing Black Hawk Down, which is obviously unplayable. So unfortunately, if you have a lower end system, you are basically not going to be able to play this at all. And the reason being is this is actually made on a different engine. Delta Force, the multiplayer portion, is produced on Unreal Engine 4, whereas Black Hawk Down is on Unreal Engine 5. And what have we heard about Unreal Engine 5 so far? It looks phenomenal, but it runs like dog shit. And that same sentiment is very true here. The visuals are absolutely stunning. They really are. I'm not one for graphics, but I have to admit, this is one of the best looking campaign/shooters I have seen in quite a long time on ultra settings. It looks fantastic. I love the setting. I love the atmosphere. I love the brutality of playing Black Hawk Down, and some of you may be surprised to hear that. I actually really like how slow and dark and gritty and tactical and milsimmy this Black Hawk Down campaign plays. I love that you die in like one bullet. I love that enemies are positioned specifically to catch you off guard and scare you because it forces you to really play a certain way. It makes you clear corners. It makes you play slower. So as far as the gameplay is concerned for this campaign, I really enjoy it. And again, that may be surprising to longtime viewers of the channel who know that I hate multiplayer milsim games. But that isn't true for single player. Single player, I'm all for the punishment, the brutality, the slow mechanics, the lean peeking. I'm for all of that. So if I said the gameplay is really fun, and I do think this would actually be a fun experience with 4 people, why is Black Hawk Down currently sitting at a mostly negative Steam rating at an abysmal 35% positive reviews? Well, it's because of the things that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. Optimization, terrible. You can't play it solo. You have to launch Delta Force, the multiplayer version of Delta Force, then you have to go to Black Hawk Down, then when you launch Black Hawk Down through Delta Force, it closes Delta Force and then opens a separate game window called Black Hawk Down. So launching the game is a complete nightmare. And ultimately, clearly people feel that these negatives outweigh the positives. And that's really unfortunate because I do think that they almost had something good here. When I was playing this campaign, it sort of reminded me of playing some Call of Duty campaigns, the older Call of Duty campaigns, on the absolute hardest difficulty, you know, trying to challenge myself. It did feel sort of like that, but, I mean, guys, what are you going to do when the game's running at 20 FPS? I mean, you're just not going to frickin' play it, obviously. And I can't make this video without mentioning the bugs. When I was playing, I was lucky I did not encounter any bugs, but that is not the case for many, many people. There are pretty game-ending bugs, like I saw again in Big Fry's video. He got stuck and then he got a grenade thrown on him, so that just ends the entire mission for his squad right there because he died. There are other things where the enemies just sort of ignore you and they walk right past you, so that AI is quite buggy. And overall, there was a big red flag around Black Hawk Down because they made it free. Some people consider that to be a red flag. And I would say there is some truth to that because ultimately this does feel slightly rushed out, considering the optimization and the bugs and the lack of extremely basic features. There isn't even an option to melee people. That's right, the enemies can melee you and knock you on the floor and potentially kill you, but you have to shoot them. There is no melee key. There's just a bunch of weird things missing that should not be missing. So my verdict as of right now of Black Hawk Down, 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10, you know, maybe like 5.5 out of 10. I think it has great potential. They need to act very quickly, though, and push some updates to just add some basic features to this that would drastically improve it. So that's going to be it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoy the rest of the gameplay and watch me lose the mission solo because I shot a hostage because I'm stupid and this game was freaking me out. So yeah, you can laugh at that in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to join the Discord, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All links are in the description. And for those of you asking about the Fragrance channel, I promise I'm going to upload soon. I really have been sort of putting it off. I haven't had much time recently. It's sort of slowing down now. So I'm going to just man up and make a Fragrance video and get back into that second channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
I'm reloading.
Oh, should use my last 3 bullets here.
Target building. Now infiltrate and seize all suspects.
There's gotta be a guy behind this door.
Do not fire on them. Search every room and take in all suspects. The convoy will meet you to extract once the suspects are in your control.
I have to clear this? Oh my god. Okay. I will say, like, I like my single player stories like this, you know, like pretty hardcore, pretty difficult. I just think there's some things they could do to it that would make it a lot more enjoyable. Like, once again, I understand this is supposed to be like, oh, a co-op campaign, but I don't know. I feel like they should make it compatible to be played alone because I don't know. I feel like that should always be the case with campaigns. Okay, just destroyed that guy. Like, get the fuck off me. Oh, shit. That almost killed me.
Get them off me!
I guess the AI broke and they're like, yo, we'll just sit here.
Reloading, cover me! Gas grenade! They're all over me! Need to reload!
Fuck. Oh. Well, here's the thing. Never mind.